Hello, my name is Ben Rowe, and today's presentation is a response to the crisis that unfolded at the Drive to Success Ford Fund kickoff event at the Caesars Superdome in New Orleans this past weekend. On day one of the kickoff event, a combination of unexpected rainfall and lack of adherence to safety protocols led to an attendee slipping on a wet surface while entering an escalator. The victim then fell into two other attendees, resulting in all three falling down the apparatus. Two of the three victims suffered serious leg and shoulder injuries, but were treated and released at the hospital after a two-night stay. The third victim, however, remains in the hospital with a serious neck injury. As this accident happened at an event hosted by Ford Motor Company and Ford Fund, a prompt response is warranted to avoid negative media coverage that could greatly damage the public image. Negligence on the part of Ford could change the perception of consumers of Ford products and patrons of the Ford Fund. Additionally, lack of a proactive response to this crisis could result in a rapid decrease of company stocks, loss of Ford Fund sponsors, decreased automobile sales, and a permanent loss of customers that were typically loyal to Ford Motor Company. The next appropriate step in responding to this crisis is to address the public with honesty, sincerity, and ownership of the negligence that led to the accident. In doing so, the trust that has taken decades and centuries to build will be reinforced positively. As such, it's vitally important that the proper spokesperson be chosen to address the public and media moving forward. The individual chosen for this position should be someone that meets the following criteria. This individual should be known by the media as a leader in the company and automotive industry. They should possess the ability to show concern and sympathy for those affected by the accident. They should also know how to address the target audience for this crisis response. And finally, they should always maintain an honest and direct message when engaging the media and the general public. It is my opinion that the CEO of Ford, Jim Farley, is the best candidate for this role as the company works toward a positive outcome for this unfortunate event. In order to be effective, Mr. Farley's message must clearly illustrate that the head of the company is fully aware of the accident and is working diligently to rectify it. It should illustrate that he is ensuring proper care and support is being provided to those affected by the accident. It should identify the root cause analysis process in place and what steps are being taken to ensure that this event or accident never happens again. Without a quick and sincere response, public perception could sharply decline as a result of negative media coverage and the overall impression that Ford does not take the incident seriously, nor does it care about those affected by the accident. In a situation like this, the best approach to ensure the most positive outcome possible is a solid message of accountability and reassurance from the top of the company all the way down to the lowest level. There are multiple target audiences for this crisis response message. Speaking directly to the audience members is key to containing the crisis and ensuring the most favorable outcome. These audiences include adult male and female consumers between the ages of 18 and 65, as those are your core customers. It also includes your stockholders for Ford Motor Company, who will be directly affected by the public perception of this accident. It also includes the Ford Fund corporate sponsors and partners, as they're closely associated with Ford Motor Company and Ford Fund. And finally, a target audience very important are the citizens in and around the New Orleans area, as these were the individuals that attended the event and that may attend future events for Ford Fund in the same area. As previously stated, an effective message is vital to ensuring the best possible outcome for this crisis. Choosing the appropriate strategy will ensure both consumers and the media alike are fully informed about the status of the victims, the corrective action being taken, and the preventative measures being implemented against a reoccurrence of this accident. At a minimum, the initial messaging should convey exactly what happened at the venue, what took place after the accident, what's being done to prevent reoccurrence. Additionally, daily health updates on the victims should be given, as well as discussions about the company's plan moving forward at future Ford Fund events. The message should be clear that Ford Motor Company cares about the safety of its employees, consumers, and the communities that it serves. As Ford Motor Company navigates through this crisis, communication both externally and internally plays a major role in the overall outcome. The image of Ford Motor Company and Ford Fund directly affects stockholders, employees, and volunteers. The most effective means of internal communication include mass emails from distribution lists, video and in-person meetings, training sessions, and a company-wide Q&A session with the top leadership that will address all questions and concerns with employees and volunteers. The training sessions could also be used to identify the cause of the accident and lay out what's expected moving forward to ensure reoccurrence does not happen. While formulating the proper message, it is also important to identify the appropriate avenues of communication outside the company. The recommendations for external communication include social media, which includes Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, and YouTube, blogs, websites, news releases, and of course, media interaction. Direct interaction with the media includes interviews and press conferences and is one of the most surefire ways to reach the public in full. Proper utilization of these internal and external communication channels will prove invaluable to the overall success of this crisis response campaign. To summarize our recommendations, it is vital that the company reacts and responds quickly to the unfortunate events of last Monday. A quick response ensures the public understands Ford's response to the incident as well as its concern for the well-being of its customers and the communities that it serves. The messaging must be delivered from company leadership in an honest, sincere, caring manner. Complete transparency with the public is key, and taking ownership of the mishap will reinforce the image that Ford does in fact care about its customers. It's also important that the public knows what the company plans to do moving forward to prevent any further accidents in the future. And lastly, it is vital that leadership remains calm and maintains a high level of professionalism as the company navigates its way through this crisis. By following the plans laid out in this presentation, Ford Motor Company will maintain its positive image and reputation among its competitors, consumers, and employees. Thank you so much for your time viewing this presentation.